I love a good twerk. Copenhagen in preparation for our big weekend at Roskilde Music Festival.
But first we have to check out Copenhagen itself.
We're walking up the slope of the Round Tower in Copenhagen. It's one of the world's oldest working observatories.
Europe.
One of Europe's, it's probably the world. If it's old in Europe, it's old in the world. We arrived here on Voi scooter, so that's like Lime or Birdie.
Super easy to use, by the way.
So easy.
Didn't ask us for prepaid money, and we just put in our credit card and then it deducts it from there.
One of the legendary things about this tower, you can see that it's like a slope rather than stairs. Peter the Great actually rode his horse up the slope, and when we tried to bring our scooters up, we were politely declined. We're not allowed to recreate these great moments in Danish history.
Unfortunately.
So we're going to get to the top and we're going to have a full 360 view of Copenhagen. The view from the top of the tower is amazing. Breathtaking. You can really just see the whole city. The only tall buildings really in Copenhagen seem to be churches and the odd apartment building, but from what we know it's so low rise, so this tower just gives an incredible view for only 25 krona a person.
Yeah, amazing views, and you saw part of the walk-up. It was really comfy, not hard at all.
Very easy,
Reading
all levels.
This is one of the most well-priced things to do in Copenhagen.
Copenhagen has become known for its food scene, and being They Eat the World, we had to go check it out.
We are on our way into the market, Torvalen.
Torvehalleren. Oh, that was very American, I'm so sorry.
I think Torvehalleren.
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 Oh, now we're doing all other voices. We are here at one of Copenhagen's best food markets. It looks like there's an inside area and also an outside area, so we'll make sure to check out both of them. We're gonna head on in and see what's happening in there.
Next we can have. So a little bit off-brand for us, but we didn't eat a single thing at the market. Everything looked absolutely amazing, but we've got a really special dinner planned at a place called Iluka, and we really need to go in there as empty as possible to really enjoy food that's been flown in from miles away, and I'm sure we'll tell you about that later.
Ian and I are big fans of sea urchin, and we learned that this restaurant Iluka is famous for sea urchin from the Faroe Islands.
The chef really wanted to get his sea urchin from the Faroe Islands, but when he contacted the supplier said, "Who are you? I don't know you.
I'm not giving you anything."
Yeah, I only supply to my friend. So he decided to become his friend and flew out to the Faroe Islands and fished with him for 2 weeks and stayed on his sofa. After that, the guy agreed to ship his sea urchin to Copenhagen, and we had it, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, something about the Faroe Islands.
The water stays at 8 degrees all year round, so it's the perfect temperature for a sea urchin to just grow up slowly and tasty.
Yeah, so we had that there, we had some oysters, we had some shrimps, lots and lots of tasty dishes that night. Bit extravagant of a meal for us. It was well worth it given we were gonna go off camping.
We are now on the Grand Canal tour of Copenhagen. We're going to hope to see all the sights. There's going to be a palace. We might get to see the statue of the Little Mermaid without being around thousands of tourists, only a few hundred.
There's been canal tours in like so many places we visited, but we haven't done it. We thought it was time to, you know, be extravagant.
Yeah. Splash out on a canal tour.
Yeah.
And the sun is coming out from behind the clouds, which is great. You can see our faces getting whiter and whiter, and then they'll get darker and darker.
We'll show you the sights when it gets moving.
While we're going under Copenhagen's many bridges, we thought we'd give you a quick update of what we thought of Copenhagen.
What we liked, didn't like about Copenhagen? For me, I just loved all the food and the wine, and I wish we got the chance to try more. We didn't get to really for two reasons actually. First reason, we weren't there long enough, but the second reason was that we were there in July, which basically means most of the chefs in Copenhagen take the entire month off and the restaurants are shut down. So don't go in July.
I absolutely loved the original Makilla beer bar. That's been one of my favorite beers in the world for a long time, and going on somewhat of a pilgrimage to where they first started was just brilliant for me.
Another thing I loved about Copenhagen was the ramen place we went to.
Also from Makilla, the beer company,
Yes.
they do great ramen and beer on the side.
Yeah. And I just felt like Copenhagen has such a lively scene, and it's sad we didn't get to spend more time there, and we definitely need to check out more in the future.
The only downside of Copenhagen I can think of is that it was just expensive. We're on a budget on this trip, and I wish we could have been there and just spent all of the money that we ever could want and just enjoyed everything.
What I really loved the most was this canal tour, because we got to see so many parts of Copenhagen. So it's perfect for those, what do you do if you only have 24 hours in Copenhagen? Well, I think doing the canal tour actually gets you a long way.
Hi, we are at Roskilde Music Festival. We're on day 2. Yesterday was a beautiful sunny morning. Today is a very cold, cloudy day. We have bought teas and coffees just to keep our heads warm.
I was really expecting that because it's summer, kind of like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 plus Celsius. No. It is about 12 degrees Celsius, which is about 55 or so Fahrenheit. Sorry if my math is not perfect there. And the rain's like in and out, clouds in and out. Winds are like...
The wind is very strong.
Yeah. We got ourselves a tent house.
This is our tent house in the aftermath of the festival. All of our stuff is everywhere, but it was pretty comfy for what we had. You have a little lock box there that you can lock things away in. There's a private, this is the outside of it. So it's kind of like a trailer thing that folds down when it's not being used. But it's like quite a decently comfy mattress. No pillows, no blankets, you have to bring everything else yourself. But we are not sad to stop calling this home.
We saw a lot of the other rented tents that you get from the festival had kind of blown down. They'd lost parts of them.
Yeah.
So we're really glad that we spent that extra money and got the tent.
And like there's a place where you can store your luggage, so we did that.
And it was 25 kroner to store a suitcase for the whole weekend, which is the cheapest thing we found in Denmark so far, by a long way.
No, you guys saw it. The round tower. That was really good price.
That was really good price.
But the music has been, I think the music is great because I've already discovered 2 bands that I had not heard, and they were called Rolling Blackouts Coastal Fever. And then we also saw an Irish band called Fontaines DC. Both were amazing. Would never have known about it other than the fact that we were listening to Bob Dylan and I said, this totally sucks.
It was about 3/4 of the way through Like a Rolling Stone, and I finally realized that the song was Like a Rolling Stone, because the way he's singing now, you've just got no idea.
To be fair, he is 77 years old, but you know what? I've seen other artists of the age. I think, yeah, just not that great. We also ended the night seeing Cardi B.
It was an experience.
It It was just so horrific, so horrific. I love a good twerk, but I honestly feel bad for Cardi B that her ass was just, you know, on a massive screen for everyone to just ogle at. She is an incredible rapper. So Cardi B, go write some new lyrics and rap something, you know, just reach your potential.
Life advice for Cardi B.
From a nobody, I'm sorry.
We're about to go through a little art area. We don't know what's going to happen. There might be some choreographed dance happening inside. We shall see.
We shall see. We will head in.
Yeah.
This moment was very symbolic. That speaker was still playing music as it left the festival.
Vampire Weekend!
Going back to our tent for the last time with a beer, ready to pack up.
I really want to sing to you guys right now, but it might be off key.
But we had a great time at the festival, but it was very cold, very tough week.
You know what? That's the sacrifice you make for great music.
Yep.
Thank you for watching our video on Copenhagen.
We hope you enjoyed this one, and the first one, if you haven't seen it yet, was on Busan,
South Korea.
We also now have a blog that posts each week as well at www.TheyEatTheWorld.com. So definitely go and check out the website. You can subscribe there, and then you'll get a very short but sweet email once a week giving you an update on where we are, what we're up to, if there's a new blogger video out there.
And we also have the Instagram of the same name, They Eat the World. We're currently in Morocco, in Tangiers. Diane has finished cooking her first tagine ever, a fish tagine, and we're really looking forward to trying that.
I'm using a traditional tagine pot.
Once again, thank you, like and subscribe, and we'll have more videos with you soon.
Bye!